just want to get one thing out of the way first, that this video is not going to represent slander for a film just because of the talent associated with it. This is going to be just an assessment of the first look of a movie that we saw and whether it actually excites the masses and Indian audiences to storm into theaters. Before I get into nitpicking about the trailer, I'll just point out the obvious that you guys have stated in the comments of the community post. The two most popular comments and the theme that they follow actually is representative of the low bar that we have in being satisfied as film fans with the bare minimum. The first comment includes everyone saying that at least Antim looks better than whatever Satyamev Jayate 2 was. And I mean, come on. That John Abraham movie trailer would actually be stiff competition to Race 3 of the cringe that it generates. And you would actually do a disservice to a film like Antim that on paper actually looks exciting as compared to Satyamev Jayate 2. Or now, like we like to call it, Judwa 3 or Unki Desh Bhakti. The second type of comments that I read also are a reaction to how Antim seems like a breath of fresh air compared to Salman's recent filmography, which includes films like Radhe, Dabangg 3 and Bharat. Again, it's just my opinion, you can tell me in the comments below also. Our bar of the quality of films just should not be this low, accepting or declaring a film to be impressive just because it's better than the pile of crap you have seen recently. Now that I get the obvious points out of the way, we have to speak about the positives of the trailer because honestly, I was pleasantly surprised by the overall edit of the first look and the attempt of the makers to recreate, even if they tried, the same intensity of Mulshi pattern. While I still think that the original is gold, something that everyone should actually watch, Antim cannot be dismissed just because it is a remake of the hit Marathi film. Let's also make it clear, we all know that the film is an attempt to rejuvenate the career of Ayush Sharma, who made his debut with the underwhelming film Love Yatri that is possibly only known because of the song Chogada. If you have seen the original Marathi film Mulshi Pattern, the role that has been offered to Ayush Sharma is an extremely challenging and meaty role that requires crazy dedication and conviction. At least from the first look, what is evident is that there has been an improvement of the actor to at least sink his teeth into the role and showcase an intensity that is evidently required. Also, there were many people stating that the comparison of the film should not be done with Mulshi Pattern because it's only inspired by it and not a scene-to-scene remake, but I actually disagree with that. The themes, the characters and the relationships that the film focuses on is absolutely identical to the original. But because a film like Antim has the star power of Salman Khan, he has to take center stage more for the successful marketing of this film, something that is way different in the original film with the same character played by Upendra sir. I have to say, I was absolutely hooked and started bobbing my head to the background score composed by Ravi Basrur that kicked in after the 2-minute 20 mark. It has all the markings of what would generate whistles and crazy cheering in theaters. What also allows a film like Antim to have a star like Salman are the dialogues that are encompassing of his image, something that the creators often have to cater to and something that his fans expect in theaters. So you can really imagine a lot of moments where the masses are going to have an absolute ball in theaters because it is representative of what masala entertainers with Salman Khan are known for. The one-liners, the background score kicking in and Salman kicking ass. Let's get to though what I found underwhelming about the trailer. The sepia-like tone has become so repetitive in crime thrillers and gangster films in Bollywood that I often wonder why creators think it is necessary to create such a rustic tone constantly if crime is involved. It's like the hangover of Sanjay Gupta films that we saw in the mid-2000s has not stopped and will continue for a long time. I was absolutely hooked to the way the last 10 seconds of the trailer were cut while Salman Khan was beating the bad guys. But I have to say that his dialogue delivery is extremely monotone in nature throughout the trailer. I know he represents a laid-back and relaxed stature in this film, but there was absolutely no sense of modulation in his delivery, making me think, is he really giving 100% to this role? Because it would be sad to see if Salman sleepwalks through this movie. Let me know if you felt the same way as well in the comments below while hearing his dialogues. I still do think Antim will have a successful run in theaters because somebody on Twitter had rightly pointed out that Mahesh Manjrekar at the helm of affairs, who unlike Prabhu Deva maintains an authenticity and realism despite the commercial pitch of the film that guarantees you to be invested in the storyline and yet have those whistle-inducing sequences. I mean, this is the man who has created Vasta, Vastitva and beautiful Marathi films like Nat Samrat. So if a man is adapting Praveen Tarde's original film, I think Manjrekar is the best man to do the job. There is a reason though, I would still urge you to watch the original Marathi film Mulshi Pattern, available on Z5, because the sentiment and motivation around that film really hits home from the perspective of the people of Maharashtra. It actually sheds light on the hardships faced by a section of society from the state that I had no idea about. Focusing on the plight of farmers that sell their land to builders only to take up blue-collar jobs around corporate buildings and residential properties set up on their once owned land. A reality of the Mulshi Tehsil in Maharashtra, the degradation of the state of farmers due to urbanization, the invasive ways of capitalism that lure simple-minded folk, leading to a sense of aimlessness within the agro-based economy, told through the journey of Rahul, played hauntingly and with such conviction by Om Bhutkar, who takes part in extortions as a projection of the sorry state his father is in, only to reflect later that he becomes a monster he never intended to become. All I can say is that Ayush Sharma has some huge shoes to fill in with this main role, as Om Bhutkar, and his performance is still vivid in people's memory. Please do watch this film to get an idea of the real life issues of people from Mulshi that it actually wanted to focus on. I'm not a fan of the digitally enhanced abs or just the need for both characters to be aesthetically pleasing, because the script itself is more than what the surface level provides. I hope beyond the abs and the exterior, the performances and the adaptation do justice to the powerful original film that released in 2018. This film is going to release one day after Satyamev Jayate 2, and I have a very strong feeling that it will actually eliminate that competition with ease, as it seems like a way more formidable and well-intended product than whatever that was. Actually, I'm buzzed for this just to see what the vision of a creator like Mahesh Manjrekar will be, who was an active part of both the original and the remake. And that was the video, guys. Let me know in the comments below what you thought about the trailer. Please don't forget to follow me on Instagram. The handle's right in front of you. Follow me at JammyPants4. Also, please support us by smashing the like button and subscribing to our channel for weekly content ahead. Thank you for watching.